Shall I start or we wait for Dipti ma'am, right?
Yeah.
I am here. So, sir, have you started the recording?
Yes, please.
All right, so let me formally welcome everybody and then we'll start. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to the third lecture of the second season of Physics Education Research online lecture series, organized under the banner of IAPT RC23 Himachal Pradesh. On behalf of IAPT RC23 Himachal Pradesh, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to all the participants, including senior professors, teachers, researchers, scholars, and other students who have joined us for this evening's lecture. At the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed National President of IAPT, Professor P.K. Ahluwalia. We are deeply grateful for his encouragement and guidance in making initiatives such as this lecture series a reality. I extend a special welcome to Ms. Rekha Ghorpade, General Secretary of IAPT, whose dedicated efforts and dynamic leadership continue to advance the objectives of association and strengthen its outreach across the nation. I'm equally delighted to welcome the chairperson of today's session, Dr. Deepti Sidhai, a distinguished academician, researcher, and mentor whose contributions to science education and research are highly respected. We are thankful to her for graciously accepting our invitation to preside over today's program and guide the proceedings. I would also like to present my sincere appreciation and warm regards to Professor Kuldeep Sharma, President of IAPT RC23 Himachal Pradesh. I welcome the speaker of today's lecture, Dr. Aisha Bhansali. Dr. Bhansali is an accomplished researcher in physics education and earned her PhD in physics education from the University of Sydney, Australia. She has been associated with the internationally recognized physics education research group at the University of Sydney and has worked under the mentorship of Professor Manjula Sharma, chair of IUPAC Commission on Physics Education. Her research, contributions, and insights into physics education, physics teaching and learning have made a significant impact in the field, and we are privileged to have her with us this evening. She's going to talk on From Equations to Existence, Humanizing Physics Education in the Age of AI. So welcome, Dr. Aisha. Once again, I extremely welcome all the participants and dignitaries present here today. Thank you for joining us. And but before we proceed for the lecture, it's my honor to invite our President, Professor P.K. Ahluwalia, to say a few words.
Thank you, Sapna. I first of all welcome all the participants in this lecture. My special welcome to today's speaker, Aisha Bhansali. She is a young physics education researcher. I met her in ICP 2025 lately, and I was really impressed by the education enterprise which she has opened. And I'm very happy to tell you that she shared with me her publications, which I'm enjoying. And they are very, very much targeted to young audience. And it's like, something which attracts young minds. Very nicely aesthetically designed books. Thank you, Aisha, for giving me that gift. And we know her because of many other reasons also. She is from Professor Manjula's Physics Education Research Group in Sydney, Australia. And she participated very enthusiastically in ICP 2025. I think presence of such researchers in that conference added a lot of luster to the activities and the content of that program itself. So Aisha, thank you very much for accepting IAPT's request. And Sapna, thank you for connecting with her. I'm also very happy to welcome Dr. Dipti Sidhe. I think she's a very special person. I met her in ICP 2025, had a long discussion with her, and she is actually a kind of content creator. I hope those of you who are on the WhatsApp group or who are on the channel, you must have been watching her content. Even today, she had posted a beautiful poem in the memory of Professor Narlikar. I think it's a joy to listen to such creative activities. And she is truly multilingual. She can uh, produce programs, and she produces programs in English, in Hindi, in Marathi, and her Deep Creations channel on the YouTube is a partner with IAPT to post and prepare a new set of things. Dr. Dipti is in Pune University, and she is very active on the campus as far as science outreach programs are concerned. So, Dr. Dipti, once again, welcome. I
Thank
also
you.
welcome Dr. Rekha ma'am. She is our General Secretary. We always look forward to her inspirational presence in such programs. And she was there in ICP 2025, also in PER part, and she participated in a very interesting panel discussion there. So, Sapna, you know all. Sapna is a physics education researcher, truly, because her work is in that area only. She is a very senior faculty in Shimla, St. Bede's College, and we together work a lot. We have a lot of activities which we do under the banner of IAPT also. So thank you very much, and over to Dipti.
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Aluwalia, for your very kind words and especially for making me part of this wonderful initiative by IAPT. Thank you, Dr. Sapna, as well, for all the timely information and for coordinating this event. And I'm really happy right now to chair this session of Physics Education Research Pair Lecture Series 2026. This is the third lecture, and today we have speaker Dr. Ayesha Bhansali, who's going to talk about the talk From Equations to Existence, Humanizing Physics Education in the Age of AI. So I would like to introduce her. So and after which she can continue with her talk. So Dr. Bhansali is a physics education researcher, educator, school leader, and founder of Beyond Box. What an interesting title! An educational innovation initiative dedicated to transforming how children experience science, mathematics, and STEM learning. She earned her PhD in physics education from the University of Sydney, Australia, where her research explored emotional engagement in science learning and the ways in which meaningful educational experiences can deepen students' connection with physics. Her work sits at the intersection of physics education research, curriculum innovation, storytelling, experiential learning, and educational technology. Over the years, Dr. Bhansali has worked extensively with students, teachers, schools, and educational organizations to design learning experiences that cultivate curiosity, creativity, scientific thinking, and problem solving. Through her organization Beyond Box, she has developed story driven STEM programs, simulations, hands on learning experiences, teacher training modules, and assessment frameworks aligned with the needs of 21st century learners. She has also supported schools in implementing the vision of the National Education Policy, NEP as it is known, NEP 2020, by helping educators align classroom practices with the National Curriculum Framework, NCF. Her work includes guiding schools in the effective use of government developed learning resources, interactive simulations, experiential pedagogies, and competency based approaches to teaching and assessment. Recognizing the transformative potential of emerging technologies, Dr. Bhansali actively works with teachers to leverage artificial intelligence (AI) for designing lesson plans, worksheets, assessments, differentiated learning experiences, and classroom resources, enabling educators to focus more on meaningful student engagement while maintaining pedagogical rigor. She is the creator of the Humans of Science educational series, an initiative that brings the stories, struggles, and discoveries of scientists into classrooms, helping students appreciate science as a profoundly human pursuit rather than merely a collection of facts and equations. Her contributions to educational innovations have been recognized through support from the Her Start program, which promotes women led entrepreneurial ventures with social impact. She has conducted teacher training programs and educational workshops across diverse educational contexts, bridging the gap between educational research, policy, and classroom practice. In addition to her educational leadership, Dr. Bhansali serves on the organizing committee of the International Conference on Physics Education, ICPE 2025, and she actively contributed to national and international conversations on the future of science education. Today, she brings a unique perspective shaped by research, classroom practice, teacher education, educational entrepreneurship, and a deep commitment to humanizing science learning. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ayesha Bhansali, who will be delivering her invited talk titled From Equations to Existence Humanizing Physics Education in the Age of AI. Over to you.
Oh my God, that's such a gracious and warm welcome. Aluwalia sir, Sapna ma'am, and Dipti ma'am, Rekha ma'am, and all other dignitaries who are here. I'm truly, truly, truly grateful. Thank you so much for inviting me. And yes, listening to these things, I really feel that, okay, I'm doing something in the field that's worth your time, consuming your time. So today, yes, let me share my screen and go to the title of this talk, From Equations to Existence, that is suggested by AI. And I'm going to keep mentioning wherever I'm using AI, because the point is that हमारे मन में जो भी है, the humane things that are coming to a human mind, how are we going to use AI to be able to, as a tool, to be able to deliver the innate stuff that we have in. And physics and math are the languages in which the existence is written. So using them also as tools, and from mere equations, going a little deeper and exploring the possibilities of looking at our own existence and how we understand that. So humanizing physics education in the age of AI is something that's very close to my heart. The reason why I did my PhD was because जैसे जैसे छोटे से बड़े होते जाते हैं हम, वैसे वैसे our books become less of story books, science books especially become less of story books. The colors keep on decreasing, colors in the book. And essentially in 11th and 12th, I didn't like that physics books were only purely equations that we were looking at, and the studies that happened purely focused on the equations and solving them. Though I loved it, I loved math, but I really wanted some human connect, कि हम क्यों, ये कहाँ से आया, किसने सोचा, so this is something which is very close to my heart. That humanizing science is very, very important, because that gives you a context, that gives you a social, emotional, and even conceptual context to a pure equation or a pure formula, right? So AI, now with AI, जो हम मेहनत करते थे, for example when I was in high school, जितना हम to prove the theorems or to go to the answer of the equation, the grit we had, the rigor that we had. Of course, we have to be aware that AI is going to, replace it. Currently, it might have more flaws, and over the time, that might decrease with a lot of data intake. And then, what will be our studies for? That is something that we do need to think over, start pondering over, and maybe as NEP is giving us leeway, we work on ways to make our education more relevant and delivering more to the cause that NEP tells us to. So AI delivers information flawlessly, but teachers and education, we are supposed to cultivate a profound curiosity, which is very humane in nature. And we do have to turn raw metrics or just equations into a vision. So as we all know, we have various tools that nature has given us. Emotions are our tool, curiosity is our tool, and physics and the critical thinking that physics develops is also a tool, a very strong tool. Without a vision at hand, we are going to use the tool brainlessly, and that might damage the world, which we have seen happen with E equal to MC square, where the initial and biggest use of it was to bomb blast in a country. So that is why humanizing science and putting the context back to pure equations is very important to develop the scientific vision of the world. Again, what would be our meaning? What would be cultivating core meaning of education? Of course, information has to be replaced by curiosity. Stories build identity. That again, while we want to humanize things, we have to use human stories. We have to dwell into the realities of कब किसने क्या सोचा और क्यों सोचा, तब उनके अराउंड क्या प्रॉब्लम्स थे. मोस्ट ऑफ द रिसर्च हैव कम आउट ऑफ वॉर्स. So giving that context of, what were the human life stories like when this was discovered, what is the motivation behind this particular discovery, that gives an identity and creates inclination of students to become innovators themselves. Inquiry over rote learning, that's another thing that we need for developing core meaning. Of course, we have heard a lot of these things, and we keep, as researchers and as educationalists, we keep on thinking over these lines. But I'm really grateful that NEP, NCF are putting out a proper structure to keep working on these lines and ultimately get to the goal that education has. And of course, organizations like IIPT and people like our dignitaries here, who are now willing to involve a lot of young talent and think through the processes where their experience and their knowledge included with the zest of young people. How can we go over the true meaning and true ways of education in today's time? So the challenge today that we have is formula concept disconnect. The major problem here is that we keep on thinking of ways to develop education, but the bottom line is that teachers, उनको कितने responsibilities होते हैं, how are they rewarded for the efforts that they put in, and do they have time to understand these theories and actually implement these processes. Also, टीचर्स जैसे एक स्टेक होल्डर है, टीचर का कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग जैसे जरूरी है, वैसे ही स्टूडेंट्स एंड पेरेंट्स, दे आर बिगेस्ट स्टेक होल्डर्स. सो व्हेन वी आर रिवॉर्डिंग इंक्वायरी बेस्ड माइंडसेट, कॉन्सेप्चुअल कनेक्ट और कॉन्टेक्स्ट का जब हम उनको रिवॉर्ड ही नहीं देते हैं, तो उनको कॉन्टेक्स्ट को समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो असेसमेंट्स, ट्रेडिशनल असेसमेंट गैप्स जो है कि जिन पे हम बच्चों को टेस्ट करते हैं, वो जब तक they are not testing creativity or physical inquiry or collaborative design, if they are not going to be project based, then it's very hard to go from theory to practice. So memorization focus is our current reality because of the assessment gaps. And once we fix the assessments, then we have to work on the modules. We propagate the module and build teachers' capacity to use the context. Currently, जैसे दीप्ति मैम ने बताया, I do help schools to go NEP aligned. And in the process, I saw that government ने free में books बनाए हुए हैं, which do have stories in them, which do have context in them, a lot of experimentation that is suggested there to be done in order to learn the concepts. But the thing is, अगर assessment में हम वो चीजें टेस्ट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, assessment में हम सिर्फ फॉर्मूला ही टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो जो भी कंटेंट डेवलपमेंट के पीछे भी एफर्ट लगा है वो भी वेस्ट ही जा रहा है, क्योंकि टीचर्स ऑल्सो ओमिट दोज थिंग्स थिंकिंग दैट दिस इज अननेसेसरी थिंग टू फोकस ऑन जब उनको सिलेबस खत्म करना है. सो दैट इज अ रियल चैलेंज एट ग्रासरूट लेवल where we are still memorization focused, and that's where I think we have to work on going NEP aligned by working on assessments and building teachers' capacity. I would request few of you to mute yourself, I guess. Okay. Yes. Beyond Box is my platform, and I will go into it a little more, mentioning few things here. So we do work on active engagement. We are multimodal media is what we use, and Humans of Science is a program that is developed by us, which is again multimodal. There are offline books, as in to increase offline activities, physical activities. We have developed books that kids can use that talks about the stories of the scientists and gives them opportunity to join them in their journey. And I will show you the books, very brief outlook of how it looks like. It also has jigsaw puzzles and animation videos along with the jigsaw puzzles. So the idea is, जब हम आलिया भट्ट के रील्स देखते रहते हैं, एक्टर्स के रील देखते रहते हैं, तो एक कॉमन परसेप्शन आता है एज अ लेमैन, एज एन ऑडियंस, दैट ओ दिस इज समथिंग, ओ एक्टर बनना या फिर यू गेट एन अवार्ड बाय डूइंग दीज थिंग्स. That's very common platform or common career option. So similarly, a doctor engineer is a common career option that they visibly see. They see kids and parents see a lot of doctors around. But when they see scientists in mainstream media, that's where that visibility helps kids and also parents to relate with this way of looking at life in a very unconventional way, in a very innovative way, where answers are not fixed and the process is more important than the outcome. So that is what I have tried to do. Making these stories visible helps, rather than just saying that, oh, there was a great scientist who discovered this. So all of this has been developed during as a conceptual basis in my mind during my PhD, where I found out different ways to emotionally engage students with physics. Because as a high school student, I saw that people whoever would score good in physics, which were very rare, still they would not find a connect with it. So everybody would be like, oh, physics is very tough. And generally, I think 99% of the people around all of us would have said this to each one of us. But somehow we all find a connect with physics, and there must be some reason. For me, it was my Nana. For me, it was story of Einstein, how he would get lost in the nature and spend hours on his boat in the river, thinking about the way universe works, and seeing a real human, my Nana, around who would solve people's problems of people around him very easily. Break problem to a smaller bit and just solve those bits, and that would solve a bigger problem. So those were the things that got me into physics, and because of that human connect, it still is lasting when it has been more than 15 years. So that is why these are the things that we are working on, and I will share it with you how we are doing it. It's human centric and holistic education that I try and propagate and work for. And as I said, we have jigsaw puzzles, animation videos, story books, activity books. Virtual labs is something which we have recently started adding more to, and digital student portfolio is something that we are doing. So I will share it with you how this whole ecosystem helps. The thing is, when I say offline books, the way kids consume education, now my PhD was for undergraduate level students, but the ways that I developed to emotionally engage those students, undergraduate level students, and we implemented our research at University of Sydney, University of New South Wales, Barker Institute in Sydney, and Ahmedabad University in India. But post that, I thought that जब बड़ों को इतना एंगेज कर सकते हैं हम थ्रू स्टोरीज, तो बच्चे को तो पहले कर सकते हैं, पहले ही करना चाहिए. तो दैट इज वाई हमने ये बुक्स बनाए जो बच्चे पढ़ेंगे और उसमें जो भी एक्टिविटी आएगा वो करेंगे थ्रू द थिंग्स दैट दे फाइंड अराउंड देमसेल्व्स. एंड उसमें कहीं पे भी डिजिटल या एआई कंपोनेंट हम नहीं लेके आते हैं, except for the virtual labs that they might not get access to experiment with. उसके लिए हमने ये labs बनाए हैं. And later when I saw कि NEP aligned material development that government has done, उसमें government ने भी बहुत सारे वर्चुअल लैब्स बना के रखे हुए हैं which are free to use for everybody, and those should definitely be propagated in the schools. But our digital labs that we have created, उनके बहुत ही अच्छे 3-stage concept basis हमने बनाए हैं, and it's very attractive, and I definitely recommend that if we have teachers around here or if we work on programs, then I definitely recommend do use our virtual labs which are free to use right now. Now this is a digital component, and digital portfolios which are supposed to be used by teachers and parents. बच्चों को स्कोर करने के लिए एंड बच्चों का प्रोफाइल पेरेंट को देखने के लिए हमने डिजिटल कंपोनेंट लाया है कि जहाँ पे बच्चे का प्रोग्रेस ट्रैक करना है, वहां पे हमको एआई बहुत ही मदद कर सकता है कि स्टीम स्किल्स को हम असेस करते हैं. तो जैसे स्टेम हम बोलते हैं, उसमें आर्ट इंक्लूड होता है तो स्टीम होता है. तो स्टीम कॉन्सेप्ट भी होते हैं विच आर लाइक साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, इंजीनियरिंग, आर्ट्स, मैथमेटिक्स, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी, research. A lot more now is part of STEM stream. But we often miss the skills. So skills are collaborative, critical thinking, fine motor skills. Those skills are also supposed to be tested, and that's what we do. A real human mentor or a teacher will score kids' work in their physical journals and their behavior, and they will put it down to the digital portfolio, and that will store their progress over time. एंड देन एआई कैन सजेस्ट कि ये बच्चे का ये स्किल अच्छे से हो रहा है तो इनको ये एक्टिविटी करवाना चाहिए, या अगर ये डेवलप नहीं हो रहा है तो इसमें हम उनको कैसे सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. दैट्स वेयर वी कैन यूज एआई, एंड दैट हेल्प्स अस मेक इट मोर पर्सनलाइज्ड. सो नाउ दैट वी हैव अ सिस्टम एट हैंड, टीचर कैन नाउ फोकस ऑन सब कुछ. बच्चों को एजेंसी भी बढ़ाते हम क्लास में, एंड फिर उनका ऐसा प्रोग्रेस रहेगा, तो कोई भी टीचर है वो देख सकता है कि ये बच्चे को हमको क्या करवाना है, एंड मेक इट mentoring focused classroom rather than one size fit all approach. So as I said, digital portfolio का metric जो रहेगा वो inquiry processes and creative problem solving and other 6 core team skills will be testing. And feedback जो रहेगा वो very real time रहेगा, rather than एक exam हम लेंगे और फिर score आएगा, फिर delayed जो भी होगा. So these are the things that we have tried to work on, and this slide has been developed by, or I mean, colored and designed by AI. So that's why you see Dr. Isha Bansali twice here. But the idea is that artificial intelligence should amplify and not replace. We should know and we should train our students to know how to use AI, where it will replace our efforts. बट जो मेरे इतने साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, या फिर मैंने जो सोच के पीएचडी या ये फील्ड में मैं आई हूँ, वो मुझे कभी भी एआई नहीं दे सकता. टू कम्युनिकेट दैट वेल विथ डिग्निटरीज लाइक यू, आई थिंक दैट इज वेयर आर ह्यूमन एस्पेक्ट शुड बी डेवलप्ड. And other things, we should definitely take help of AI and use that in making science learning and physics more humane. Now I will show you a bit about so scalable low cost team learning we are working on, and this is how the portfolio works like. So every kid would have their own profile there, and the books will be digital, the simulations will be associated with physical activities that kids will be doing. हमने कुछ भी किया तो हमको अगर एक कम्युनिटी मिलेगा, देन विल बी एबल टू सी कि मैंने ये एक्टिविटी ऐसे किया, बट हाउ द अदर पर्सन हैज डन, how I can learn, because thinking individualistically and being innovative is something that traditional education has not yet supported. So having a community which happens through our platform really helps to parents and kids both. करियर गाइडेंस, जैसे मैंने बोला कि कैसे आपका स्किल डेवलप हो रहा है, कहाँ पे आपका इंक्लाइनेशन है, वहां पे करियर पॉसिबिलिटीज, व्हाट दिस ह्यूमन इज लाइक and what will be a good fit for this person, वो guidance with use of AI बच्चे को मिलता रहेगा. Jigsaw puzzles is to make things go into dining room discussions. साइंटिस्ट की स्टोरीज जो मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में नहीं है, मेन स्ट्रीम टॉयज में नहीं है, वो लेके जाने के लिए जिक्सॉ पजल्स है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन इज व्हाट वी फ्रॉम just showing you how things look. So this is how our books look like, this is how jigsaw puzzles look like, and the portfolio tracks these kind of 6 skills, which are STEAM skills: cognitive, creative, communication, collaboration, physical, sensory, social, emotional. On the right hand side, if you see, it's a space time simulation जहाँ पे बच्चे जो करंट सोलर सिस्टम है उसमें अगर वी चेंज द ऑर्बिट ऑफ अर्थ, तो उसका स्पीड में क्या चेंज आ जाएगा, अगर बहुत नजदीक ले जाए कितने टाइम में वो सन में गिर जाएगा, within the space time fabric. And they design their own solar system where they select their mass and just place the planets. And maybe if we have time, I can show you, or you can have a look at all our simulations online. And we have quizzes and challenges in the books that help kids develop the context. If I show you how many books we have developed and what all we have developed, these are the books. 12 books we have currently in English and Gujarati, and 3 jigsaw puzzles are ready with few in line to be developed. There are these kind of simulations on the website, and this is all where we are pitching those things. We are doing teacher training, the way we have made the books, they go really well within the classroom or outside, and I will show you how we are implementing it. Now, as NCF, National Curriculum Framework suggests, we go 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3, something of that sort, where we do integrated things. तो जैसे जितने हमने books बनाए, each color represents different books. And if you see, वो कुछ जैसे orange is Marie Curie वाला book, तो वो grade 2 का कोई चीज कवर नहीं कर रहा है, grade 4 का एक टॉपिक कवर कर रहा है, 2 टॉपिक, grade 5 का एक टॉपिक, 3 टॉपिक कवर कर रहा है. तो वैसे इंटरग्रेडेड रहेगा. So it will be age range that kids can work around, not that ये बुक पहले स्टैंडर्ड में फिर दूसरे. एंड दिस इज करिकुलम मैपिंग कंसिडरिंग ऑल द बिगेस्ट एंड finest curriculum, including our national curriculum as well. So yes, this is the photo from ICP 2025. I had a stall and put down my books there, and we received really good response from HC Verma sir and a lot of other educators. And I must mention, post ICP, I have received really great support from a lot of professors, where they have bought the books as well. They have promoted, especially IIT Kanpur head of physics sir ने हमारे books 75 kids को distribute किए हैं. So this is a short snippet of how our books look like. Yes. Abhi, this is for age 5 to 9, and of course this talk is for physics education research. But अगर हम this is the books that I've created. I've started working on it primary level से. तो अगर primary level पे जब कोई corrupt नहीं है mind, तब अगर हम इनोवेशन को सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे तो फिजिक्स तक तो बहुत कम बच्चे पहुंच पाएंगे. So I see more of it as holistically, and that's why I have worked on it at such a level. A lot of fine visuals, and for example, ये बच्चे बहुत छोटे हैं, तो हम आइंस्टाइन की बातें कैसे करेंगे, उनके थियोरी कैसे लेके जाएंगे उनको, उनके Einstein is not pure E equal to mc square. Einstein is much more than that. So bringing what human Einstein was, how he saw imagination driving his theories or research, वहां तक बच्चों को लेके जाना है. तो इसमें जो भी एक्टिविटी रहेंगे, जैसे आइंस्टाइन स्कूल में बैठा है और बाहर सोच रहा है कि क्या होगा, और उसके टीचर बोलते हैं कि द क्लास इज गोइंग ऑन एट हियर, व्हाई आर यू लुकिंग आउटसाइड. सो इंस्पायरिंग किड्स टू स्पेंड अ साइलेंट आवर इन नेचर and observe things, and observation happens through seeing, feeling and hearing. ऐसा segregation. तो बच्चे जो भी इवेंट देखते हैं पहले, तो उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन अगर डेवलप होता है, वो सेग्रीगेट कर पाते हैं कि ऑब्जर्वेशन में कितने एस्पेक्ट है. Those are the things that will then help them in future to work as a scientist, or even if they don't aspire to become anything in science zone, फिर भी वो जो भी काम करेंगे वहां पे उनका साइंटिफिक थिंकिंग चालू रहेगा. somebody has raised hand, and अगर मैं टाइम ज्यादा ले रही हूँ मैम, आप प्लीज बताना. यस, सो व्हेन आई सेड इमेजिनेशन, तो यहाँ पे कुछ भी एक स्ट्रक्चर दिया हुआ है, एंड हम बच्चों को पूछते हैं कि आप कुछ भी ऐड करो मैजिकल. तो यहाँ पे जब हम बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस बुक, यहाँ पे रूब्रिक नहीं है, सॉरी. By the end of the book, we generally have a rubric where teachers score kids. तो अगर बच्चा जो भी देखा हुआ है उसने वही चीजें अगर ड्रॉ करता है, तो उसका क्रिएटिव, where the person is imagining and making something unique, वहां पे उसका स्कोर लो आएगा. Not yet, sometimes, mostly and always. This is a very easy rubric that any teacher can follow, or any parent. Ideally ये books हमने ऐसे बनाए हैं कि without support of any teacher, kids will love to do it at home. and parents can just see their work and tick things here. And post ticking things for all the skills, ये QR scan करके they will put the whole skill tracker up on our website, जहाँ पे बच्चे का पोर्टफोलियो बनता जाएगा. तो 12 बुक्स है, 12 रूब्रिक्स से, 12 स्किल ट्रैकर से हम देखेंगे कि बच्चे के स्किल्स इंप्रूव हो रहे हैं, क्या हो रहा है. सो दिस इज, जैसे ये इमेजिनेशन पे काम कर रहा है, यहाँ पे हम थोड़ा साइंस लेके आते हैं कि जैसे आइंस्टाइन छोटा था, उसके फादर ने उसको कंपास दिया है. तो एज यू कैन सी स्टोरी चल ही रहा है. स्टोरी में जो जो हो रहा है आइंस्टाइन के साथ, वही चीज बच्चे भी कर रहे हैं. एंड मोस्टली इट्स ऑफलाइन, मोस्टली इट्स इन्वॉल्विंग एंड गोइंग आउट इन द नेचर. यहाँ पे किड्स हैव टू फाइंड आउट फ्यू थिंग्स घर में से, और उनको खुद से यूज अ मैग्नेट टू मूव पेपर क्लिप और एनी स्मॉल मेटल, ये मेज में से पास करना है. नाउ दे हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि कैसे वो पास करेंगे. दे हैव टू फिगर आउट कि कैसे मैं ये करूंगा. दैट्स वेयर their learning happens, and then there are a lot of reflection questions. कुछ भी करना and then we stop there, that's of course not going to work out. Reflection questions are very important. Again, a lot of imagination. These kids might not know कि air कैसा दिखता है, but we still ask them, we still see कि कितने डेप्थ तक ये बच्चा अभी सोच रहा है. Because as we know, generation after generation बहुत ही अलग लेवल पे थिंकिंग डेवलप होता है. एंड अनलेस एंड अनटिल वी नो वेयर द किड स्टैंड्स, हमको इनपुट नहीं रहेगा कि हम क्या कितने लेवल पे उसको लेके जाएं. Yes, here's where the first thought experiments come into the picture, where kids really get an insight into what Einstein really did. So there is an event, and kid have to see different opinions and select what opinion they find fit. Now, a lot of people have asked me, do we give them right answers? No, my answer is no. The thing is, as a tutor, जब हम ये बुक्स या ये प्रोग्राम, अभी ये बुक है एज अ स्टैंड अलोन, बट अगर हम 12 के 12 एक साथ में देखेंगे, इट्स अ प्रॉपर स्टेम प्रोग्राम फॉर प्राइमरी लेवल. और वहां पे हम बच्चों का ग्रोथ भी देख सकते हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट फाउंडेशन भी देख सकते हैं. एंड बिकॉज दे आर इंट्रोड्यूस टू ऑलमोस्ट ऑल फाउंडेशनल साइंटिस्ट, then they are ready to go ahead and do science from their 5th grade onwards. So my idea is ki before they see the concepts in their book and start learning them, they have an idea of what this person really stood for, right? So टीचर्स को जब हम ये देंगे, तो उनको मॉड्यूल में देंगे कि किस टाइप के डिस्कशंस दे हैव टू मेक श्योर कि बच्चे जहां तक जाए, तो कैसे बच्चों को नज करना है, वो हम दे सकते हैं टू द टीचर्स. बट फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. नो राइट आंसर्स. We just have to see how their thinking develops, at what stage they are thinking, what kind of thoughts are they having. And yes, here there is material discovery. So Einstein has not worked on material discovery, but still ये theme में we align curriculum mapping, and we make sure that they experience different things that they are supposed to within the theme of that particular scientist. And then there is a lot of thinking that should happen. So not just doing. Here we work on space-time curvature. A lot of people think that Einstein is not for primary level students, but there is a project Einsteinian Physics in Australia. And I also feel that there is no harm in getting kids introduced to something which is so cool. So here's where we bring the simulation in. And this is our website. So if you want to check out what we do, you can go to our website later. Here are the simulations, and if I can just go to the space-time. Yeah, this is recently developed. As I said, there are 3 stages. Spin around the space is the easiest, I guess. Yeah, so we place the object. I placed it here, and now I think we just play it. There might be some glitches, I'm not sure. Or maybe this is just to see that an object creates bigger or smaller curve. So that's it. Solar playground is where, yeah, you set the velocity and ask the planet to rotate. I think there are some glitches here. Let's try this one if it works. I don't see the play button, I guess that's the issue. Okay, now I see. Yeah. So this is how the current solar system is working. And how about we pause it? We bring Saturn close. It's moved here. Okay. और वो अंदर लेके जाते हैं, बाहर चला जा रहा है. And then we play and we see, oh, this planet crashed. तो वो बच्चों को समझना जरूरी है, और ये चीजें करके जो वो देखेंगे वो इट कैन नॉट बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय कॉन्सेप्ट्स. सो एंड दीज थिंग्स कैन नॉट हैपन विथ हैंड. उसके लिए वर्चुअल लैब इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो ऐसा नाउ दे सी दैट दिस क्रैशेस. सो यस, द थिंग्स दैट help them visualize things is what we have kind of worked on. Here they set the mass and create the object. They select the color. I will select another and then I can name my planet. And now it can start. So these kind of things are, I think, they have seen chaddar around and they have seen things rolling around. And वो हम physically करवा भी सकते हैं. But now to relate it to the universe is something that would be really, really engaging for kids. And we should not limit them to experience. Yes, so these are the books. They are available on Amazon also, and you can also reach out to us. This is how.
I think someone's microphone is on. Can other people just switch off their microphone, please, so that we can hear? Aisha, please continue.
Yes. So this was just a short snippet, and you can have a look at our Instagram page. A very short snippet of how our session look like, and in how many ways we can use these books. So directions, directional understanding. ये वाला एक्टिविटी है वो सर्कल, पाई आर स्क्वायर सर्कल का एरिया है वो बताए बिना बच्चों को रेडियस डबल होता है और एरिया 4 टाइम्स हो जाता है, वो एक्सपीरियंशियली प्रूव करवाना है. तो स्टोन्स दे विल फाइंड फ्रॉम अराउंड. यहाँ पे कैंसर सेल को मार रहे हैं बच्चे विद द यूज ऑफ लेजर, और उसको हम कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं मैरी क्यूरी के रिलेटिविटी के साथ. यहाँ पे पीएच का सिमुलेशन है, दूसरा सिमुलेशन है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स स्टोरी होगा तो स्टोरी टेलिंग करवा सकते हैं. तो ये पूरा एक एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग है जो एक इरिप्लेसेबल ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस बना देगा साइंस को बच्चों के लिए. This is what I have done as part of my research. I have few publications that you can have a look at. This is my thesis, where I worked on measuring, exploring, and enhancing undergraduate students' emotional engagement with physics. And this is available as well for if अगर आपको ये research से जुड़ना है या बेसिस इसका जानना है, तो हमने पूरा इमोशन डिफाइन किया हुआ है. हमने एक टूल अडेप्ट किया हुआ है टू सी एंगेजमेंट. फिर विथ यूज ऑफ द टूल हमने फैक्टर्स फाइंड आउट किए हैं जो इमोशनल एंगेजमेंट को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं. एंड अगर ये स्टोरीज की मैं बात करूँ तो हमने तब स्टोरीज बनाई थी जिसका यूज पूरा एक रिसर्च बैकग्राउंड है उसका, कि कैसे स्टोरीज बनानी है, कैसे दैट विल हेल्प. And if I can just show you a few stories, this is where I've started. थर्मोडायनेमिक्स पे हमने स्टोरी बनाई थी, सिडनी यूनिवर्सिटी में के लैब्स में हमने इसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया था, मतलब डाला था लैब्स के। फर्स्ट पेज वर दी स्टोरीज। जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की बात करते हैं तब कैसे हिस्टोरिकली कॉन्सेप्ट केम इनटू बीइंग, वो स्टोरी। rather than fact, if you read through it, it's just short bullet points which are going to build a narrative for the today. And I will not go deep into it, because let's leave some room for the question answer. But yeah, this is fantastic. Edison versus Tesla, it's very underutilized and I don't think we really use it. But yes, so there are so many interesting stories that we should be putting in mainstream, but we haven't yet. And this short video, if I can show you, jigsaw puzzles are associate jigsaw puzzles जो हमने बनाए हैं, उन once you finish it you get a QR कि जहाँ पे आपको वो स्टोरी समझ में आएगा कि क्या है। तो I will just play this.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the magical city of Syracuse, a place of incredible discoveries. I'm Archimedes, one of the greatest scientists of all time, and I can't wait to show you my amazing inventions. Long ago, workers struggled to lift heavy stones, so I came up with a brilliant idea: the lever. With just a wooden bar, they could lift massive weights with ease. Farmers also had trouble bringing water to their fields, so I created the Archimedean screw, a twisty tool that lifted water like magic. But my biggest challenge came when enemy ships attacked Syracuse. I built the claw of Archimedes, a giant metal hand that grabbed and shook ships until they sank, reflecting sunlight with mirrors to set enemy ships on fire. But my most famous discovery happened in a bath. The king suspected his golden crown wasn't pure gold and asked me to solve the mystery. As I stepped into the water, I noticed it rise, and suddenly I had the answer. Objects push water away based on their weight, revealing whether the crown was real gold or not. I was so excited that I ran through the streets shouting, "Eureka! I found it!" And now, young explorers, it's your turn. If you're working on the Archimedes puzzle or just finished.
Okay, so I think that's it. Whatever I had in mind. There are a few other things, but maybe let's take question answer and then yeah, I'll just
Sure.
yeah.
It's wonderful, and first of all, what a day. It's as Professor Ahluwalia mentioned, it's the birth anniversary of Professor Jayanta Narikar, one of the greatest science communicators ever, who ignited minds of young students. And today we have a speaker who is doing this in this age. So Aisha, I think it's a fantastic day to have your talk on. And I remember visiting your stall in ICP and getting very excited. So I think the variety, the diversity of work that you're doing and your passion, it's amazing and very, very commendable. So thank you so much for all these insights. And I would like to now open it up for question answers. So anybody who wants to ask a question, could you please raise your hand? Or at least type in the chat if you're not able to raise your hand.
Hi,
Yes,
Aisha.
Ahluwalia sir himself has raised. Payal Vadhva, do you want to ask a question?
Hi, Aisha. Thank you very much for such a wonderful talk. Especially, I'm really inspired from your inspiration, why you started this, and your final test means where you reached, the way you are doing communicating science. It's really wonderful. I really enjoyed your talk. Also inspired by your journey too. I don't have any question. I just wanted to thank you for telling us so many things which we are not aware of, and also sharing your thesis. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great, great. Thank you, Payal. Now we have a question from Mr. Arvind Kulkarni. Would you like to ask it, please?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the lecture. I missed some 5-10 minutes in between, but that doesn't matter. The lecture was interesting. I find that those who like this, they of course continue to learn on their own, but there is a large number of students who do not like physics. And I think something can be done. I mean, how to connect them to learn physics is important. Those who know physics know that it's very interesting and it connects to you to the rest of the universe. But most of the students are not that curious. Keen they are. They attend classes and all that, but at some point of time they don't know, physics is not for me. I think I have to request Dr. Ayesha to share her, her thesis with me, the soft copy, and then something can be done. But it was a very interesting talk, and I thank you for our introduction and presentation. Something needs to be done seriously for physics learning. There is no doubt about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Aisha, would you like to add any comment?
ये श्योर सर। अरविंद सर, मैंने चैट में लिंक डाला हुआ है एंड ऑल्सो मेरे गूगल स्कॉलर पेज पे भी मेरा थीसिस फ्रीली अवेलेबल है और कुछ और पब्लिकेशंस भी है इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू सी। बट यहाँ पे चैट में आई हैव रिस्पॉन्डेड टू योर क्वेरी एंड थैंक यू अगेन सर फॉर योर ग्रेशियस कमेंट्स।
Great. Now we have a question from Jaya Kashyap. Would you like to ask the question, ma'am?
Hi Jaya.
Hi, Aisha. Thank you for wonderful talk, and you're doing an amazing work. I'm really inspired. So I was just curious to know, like as you said on the portfolio, you measure different things like emotional construct. So do you also see things like how the identity of students, like how do they feel they will do they see themselves like a physics person or perceived recognition, like how they are seeing their family, friends are seeing them as a physics person. Like I have been working on that part, like seeing how the identity or recognition changes over the period of time. So I was just curious to know that if you are also measuring those things, like how the psychological constructs of students change over the period of time.
Okay. Thank you for making time for the talk, Jaya. I'm sure the time difference would have been difficult for you, I guess, if you are in US. But thank you for coming. As a startup, I have to look at making things easy for people to adapt because research में हम यहाँ पे होते हैं एंड प्रैक्टिस में इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू कन्विंस अदर्स कि ये सारी चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो दैट्स व्हाई आई स्पेसिफिकली शोड कि जो स्किल ट्रैकर है इट हैज बेयर मिनिमम थिंग्स एंड इट्स टेस्टिंग द स्किल्स ओनली। बट एज यू आर सेइंग जो आइडेंटिटी है फैमिली के अंदर जो चीजें है वो मैंने फिजिकली बच्चे करे, they get connected with people around उनके family में भी and a lot of activities I want them and it's required to do in collaboration. So then अभी ये चीजें कैसी है कि वेरी डायनामिक कि हम दोनों साथ में मिलके कुछ इन्वेंशन करेंगे ऐसा अगर हमको टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया हुआ है तो वी डोंट नो बट वी स्टार्ट मेकिंग थिंकिंग आवरसेल्व्स लाइक आइंस्टाइन, सो दैट्स आइडेंटिफिकेशन और साइंटिस्ट. And then also the journal specifically ask what kind of innovation you did. So that is identification कि Asia is an innovator. But I don't expect the mentors to know all these things and to measure kids on that. So what is it? Very simply, whatever portfolio, digital portfolio I have right now, उसमें it is digital, but उसमें जो चीजें है very physically mentors and teachers टिक कर देंगे एक छोटे से रूब्रिक पे, उतना ही है वो इसमें जाएगा. नाउ एआई का मैं यूज करूंगी कहाँ पे कि ओवर द टाइम जैसे मेरा क्रिएटिविटी जूम करके बढ़ रहा है बट कोलैबोरेशन स्टेडी रह रहा है, देन वहां पे मैं एआई का चीजें यूज करूंगी टू टेल और ऑल्सो इट विल दिस रूब्रिक विल नॉट ओनली टेस्ट द स्किल्स बट कॉन्सेप्ट ऑल्सो कि मैं जो एक्टिविटी कर रही हूँ उसमें मेरा जो यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट डेवलप होना चाहिए वो हो रहा है कि नहीं. वो जो टीचर के भी कमेंट रहेंगे, वो सबको इकट्ठा करके एआई विल एनालाइज कि दिस पर्सन इज डूइंग गुड एट मैथ और डूइंग गुड एट क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, उसका आइडेंटिफिकेशन यहाँ पे बन रहा है। वो सीधा टीचर का ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड स्कोर्स ही बता देंगे। ऑल्सो इफ आई एम डूइंग, जैसे कम्युनिटी पेज है, वहां पे मैं कुछ अलग से अपना एक्सपेरिमेंट करके वीडियो डाल रही हूँ, ये वो चीज है दैट विल ऐड टू दैट कि ये इनोवेटर जोन में जा रहा है, या इसको फिजिक्स अच्छा लग रहा है, या इसको आर्ट अच्छा लग रहा है। बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स थिंग्स विल बी वेरी क्लब्ड टुगेदर, दैट्स व्हाई इट्स स्टेम। तो वो सेग्रीगेशन नहीं दिखाएगा कि ये फिजिक्स में ही आगे आइडेंटिफाई कर रहा है, क्योंकि हम बहुत सारी चीजें, इट्स प्राइमरी लेवल, तो बहुत सारी चीजें हम, एंड वी शुड ऑल्सो नॉट, क्योंकि जब हम कहते थे कि प्राइमरी लेवल पे कि ये तो डांसर ही बनेगा, ये तो यही, वो चीज फिर हैम्पर करती है बहुत आगे जाके। So yes, I think I answered your question, but still, if you are working on it, maybe I can have a discussion with you on how, we can really include that also sometime.
That's great. It's really amazing because I'm also working on sense making, and I see how your books have that aspect that students कैसे सोच रहे हैं, उनको कितना engage करना है. So I can see that it's really like student centered, and we're focusing on how they are trying to make connections, do all those things. So it's a great work.
Thank you.
Wow, nice. I think Aluwalia sir had raised his hand. Sir, do you want to ask a question?
Yes, I'll come. First of all, Aisha, it was a very engaging session. Let me tell you that.
Thank you, sir.
And the way you have gone ahead all alone, I would say, you have taken the risk to, work in this area, which is not an easy decision. And for that, hats off to you. And
Sir.
I had many questions coming in my mind. One of the questions which was coming to my mind was this, that because most of all, what we are trying to do is we are saying that we want to bring AI into picture. And we are trying to bring AI into picture not to stop our creative instincts, but to make use of AI as a user when we engage with our student with such resources. If I am wrong, please correct me also. I may be wrong in my perception. Second thing which is there is this, that uh, how verbose you can be with young minds. That is also a very crucial aspect which we must look at. If you will start writing too much in the text, it will become very, very difficult for the student to engage, because then you are forcing, don't look at pictures, read what is written there. So how we are going to really take care of that dilemma which is there? If we will be able to solve that, that will be just great. Secondly, how, you showed one slide in which you said that you have also aligned this to the curriculum of international, standings.
Yes.
Maybe CBSE is one or NCRT is one. Then you go to say some
NGSE.
other place and try to map those things.
Yes.
Have you come across utility of these things by reactions which you get from people who are engaging with these things? So these
Yes, yes, it's very important because, however, great things we discuss, bottom line is our stakeholders are in the business, and they have to answer to the parents whether whatever the kid is investing in. जैसे मैं भी stand alone मेरे independent sessions भी करती हूँ, तो always it's for parents. If they are investing money, if their child is giving time to something, दे वांट टू नो कि अच्छा ये सब कर रहा है, बट उसको फिर पढ़ाई में भी वो सपोर्ट रहेगा कि नहीं. सो देर आर लॉट ऑफ इनहिबिशन करंटली. इट्स ट्रू दैट मार्क्स एंड अदर थिंग्स मेन स्ट्रीम में वो चीजें है, and whatever other activities they do, agar dancing, singing hai, तो they find it complimentary and they don't really care about the outcomes. I mean parents, but if it is science or STEM related, they do want to know कि ये जो बच्चा पढ़ रहा है वो aligned है कि नहीं वो स्कूल में जो पढ़ेगा उसके साथ. So yeah, it's very necessary, and also like I think it's our responsibility also. A lot of people are working in education, but startups की मैं बात कर रही हूँ या मटेरियल डेवलपमेंट या पब्लिकेशन, वो चीजें जो है वो सेग्रीगेटेड है. तो जब हम जो भी बना रहे हैं उसको अलाइन कर देते हैं बच्चों के करिकुलम के साथ, तो बच्चों को भी थोड़ा थोड़ा इजी पड़ जाता है. I mean, it's good. I think it's our responsibility to align it to their curriculum.
And then, you also have developed these in different two languages, particularly, so it
Yes.
is multilingual resource which is there. So, are you finding that people are interested in multilingual, say Marathi books also,
Yeah.
or Gujarati books also, or something like that?
Yes. Yes, that's the case. But it's just reaching out to those people. And for me, logistically, because there are cost and time involved, if I'm getting good enough numbers and a big project, then अभी तो कोई बैरियर ही नहीं है. मैं तो चाहती हूँ कि ये सारे बुक्स सारी इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस में बने, and possibly later in international languages also. But it's with use of AI, the cost is cut down to really small number. So I don't think now we have so many limitations. It's just about connecting and seeing the value in it. And I think Gujarati or English to start with, but I would definitely love to include Hindi, Marathi, and other languages.
And do you now feel like, bringing in physics education research, gathering data and analyzing it and publishing it? Have you done something in that direction as well?
Yes, sir, I have. Because as I shared, it's very वही लाइन पे है. मैंने ये लाइन स्टार्ट कर दिया था PhD में, जहाँ पे हम we develop the stories and we are working on it. So it's aligned, and I do want to publish it or work on the research, but doing it single-handedly is difficult. So I would love, and here I would request other researchers, अगर ये काम आपको इंटरेस्टिंग लगा हो, टू फोल्डेड थिंग वी कैन डू कि आउटरीच प्रोग्राम के थ्रू ये चीजें पहुंचे भी बच्चों तक, and that also gets us data to then publish it. So that's what I am working on, and if there are other researchers interested in my work, I would love to collaborate on this.
Are you a member of IAPT as yet or not?
Sir, I'm so sorry, I'm in the process.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. If you become member, life member is not a very costly affair.
No, it's not about cost. It's just that मुझे invite भी आ गया, तब भी मैं सोच रही थी कि I have still this thing to
No,
get
see,
that.
what is there is that if you go to our website, it's a very dynamic website. You will be able to post certain things which may interest people.
Yes.
Okay, because we have a community of about 10,000 members. It's a huge community. But
will
how much
try.
we are engaging with that community, that can really open very many new doors for us. I was seeing
Also,
when you
we
were throwing.
thought of this possibility of putting these publications out on our IAPT website or Medium. So yes, I have that in mind. It's just pending because of various factors, but I will do that right away.
So that why I am saying that is that you may find, because you will find that in our website there is a place called mentorship. You can become a mentor also. You can start talking about it. You can declare yourself to be a mentor and say, okay, come on, we are interested in doing this kind of research. I am there to help you out. We would love that we have a group of people in the field who look at this data. And I think ever since National Education Policy has come, it is always talking about all these things only, what you were sharing. You know, the things have changed. The name of the books are also not book of science. They are calling it as curiosity, for example.
Yes.
You know, there is a lot of difference which has happened as a result of that. So how far we can really go by shaking hand with the community will be very interesting.
Sir,
One
I
thing which I would
genuinely
like to
feel
tell you is that we have, you know, a program called extra low cost books.
okay.
Okay, for example, if you have a book which is costing, say, 100 rupees, you say, okay, I will give you that book in 70 rupees, right? So we can display that set of books on our website and we can transfer that to you so that our community actually gets to know about your work also. And maybe we can even imagine, you know, to have collaboration of sharing and creating these resources. I was seeing the difference in content, what you were showing in your thesis and what you are giving in books. Your
Yes.
book is targeted to class 5 students, but that content, the thesis is for undergraduate students. But still, there is a lot of scope when you started saying, here is Edison and here is Tesla. What's the difference between the two? I mean, that goes to a slightly higher cognitive level when you try to look at those things. So these are very interesting ways to talk about, look at, and that's why, Aisha, this PER platform we have created to sensitize our community in India that PER is not just something which is being done in education departments, but it is something which is being done in mainstream physics departments itself. Sometimes we get this, oh no, you need to go to the education department to do this kind of research. So these were some comments which I wanted to make, but believe me, I thoroughly enjoyed what you presented. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That would be a lovely way to go about it. I would love to partner up to create new content, especially ancient Indian scientists pay Rishis in Science is the series that I'm planning. And if we can do it in collaboration, I would love that.
I will give you an offer. You got our small book on quantum mechanics,
Yes.
you can convert that into in your own way. So I will share all the Canva files with you.
Sure, sir.
So you can do that. This is IAPT's offer to you.
Sure, that would be lovely. Thank
And
you.
it is targeted to class 12 and first year undergraduate students. You have seen it, so you know that what goes into it. Maybe you can bring more imagination in terms of presentation in that, but the content is very rich. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. So I can already see that this lecture is becoming so fruitful that there are some interesting things coming up now between IIPT and you. So that's wonderful. Anybody else would like to ask a question?
Yes, Arvind sir has asked, do you think physics should be presented in some kind of Panchatra stories or the Katha Sarit Sagar stories to appeal to a larger cross section? Yes, sir, exactly. That's my point with the books that I have made. Yeah, I think that stories are going to aid a lot of things that we see as problems today.
Right. So, listening to her talks, I could just think of a couplet, um, curious hearts, bright minds and sight, Aisha makes science shine so bright.
Oh
So,
my God, that's lovely.
Great.
because you're really doing a wonderful job, Ayesha, and it's really inspiring to listen to you. And I'm glad that Sir has recorded this so that all those who couldn't join today can still listen to this later by the recorded link. So that's a wonderful thing. And as Sir said, that physics education is not limited to education departments. Definitely not. Physics departments also need to get involved, and I'm so glad that this sensitization was long due and finally it's happening. So I think we are in wonderful times, and now I think I would like to hand it over to Sapna ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Deepti. And thank you, Dr. Ayesha, for such a wonderful talk. I think we had a lot of lovely discussion also. And with this, we come to end of this talk and this program. But before ending, I would like to thank you again, Dr. Aisha Bhansali, Dr. Deepti, for chairing this session, Dr. Ahluwalia for your motivating words, Professor Kulkarni, and everyone who has attended this talk today. So thank you very much. And I'm hopeful that you people will attend the next talk also, where we are going to host another wonderful speaker. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you, everyone.